Hi, I'm Daniel Bogdanoff from Keysight, and today we're going to take a quick look at some of the key capabilities of the InfiniiVision 3000T X series oscilloscopes. These scopes come in bandwidths ranging from 100 MHz up to 1 GHz and have 2 or 4 analog channels. You can also get an MSO model, which comes with an additional 16 digital channels. One of my favorite things about this scope is the 8.5-inch capacitive touchscreen, which gives you some really useful touch functionality. You can quickly navigate through menus, adjust your signals, move cursors, and type in annotations and numerical values. You no longer have to type with a knob like you're entering a high score into an old arcade game. You can also zoom in on an area of the screen or even set up a zone trigger. Simply draw a box on the signal you want to isolate and the scope will do the work for you. All of this is powered by the Keysight custom MegaZoom 4 ASIC processor. Unlike scopes that use off-the-shelf processors, our custom ASIC processor is designed specifically for our oscilloscopes. This means that you get a snappy UI and an uncompromised waveform update rate even under the most processor-heavy conditions. With a lot of scopes, if you turn up the memory depth, turn on analysis applications or digital channels, or even decode serial buses, the waveform update rate and UI performance suffer. That's not the case with the 3000T. These scopes can capture up to 1 million waveforms per second, and a high waveform update rate is key if you're working with intermittent or hard to capture signals. It reduces the oscilloscope's blind time, giving you a much higher chance of capturing elusive glitches in signals. Segmented memory is another way you can capture infrequent signals. With segmented memory, you can be smart with how you allocate your memory. Normally, a scope will capture all of its data around a single trigger point. But what if you have something like this RF chirp? You don't care about all the data around it, you only care about the chirp. Segmented memory allows you to capture data only around a trigger and ignores all the other unwanted signal data. You can capture up to 1,000 pulses over minutes, hours, or even days of time. If you're short on bench space, the 3000T comes with an optional integrated 20 MHz wavegen with arbitrary waveform capabilities, a patented 3-digit voltmeter, and an 8-digit frequency counter. If you work with serial buses, the 3000T's built-in hardware decoding with Lister is an invaluable tool. You can decode up to 2 serial buses at a time using either the analog or MSO digital channels. You can trigger on errors, specific packet types, or packet data, and navigate through your bus using the built-in Lister. Simply touch the packet you want to view and it will automatically get centered on the screen. You can even combine it with segmented memory for deeper analysis. Another helpful debugging tool is the hardware accelerated FFT. On the 3000T, your FFT and analog channels are time correlated. You can also make gated FFT measurements using the cursors or zoom mode. This allows you to analyze the frequency components of specific portions of your signal. You can also identify and search for frequency peaks. With the optional frequency response analysis app, you can use the built-in wavegen and an analog channel to automatically get a Bode plot of your system. You can see both gain and phase versus frequency. This control loop response capability is also built into the power measurements and analysis application, which has a full suite of power measurements and analysis capabilities. If you do a lot of power analysis though, you'll want to consider the 4000X series scope, which can power up to 4 active probes at once. The 3000T can only handle 2. Finally, the hardware accelerated mask testing capabilities allow you to automatically set up a mask based on on-screen signals and run up to 270,000 tests per second. The 3000T is also bandwidth upgradable, so you can buy the bandwidth you need today and upgrade to a higher bandwidth down the road without any extra upcharge. Remotely connect to the scope using USB or the optional LAN module that connects to the back of the scope. For configuration questions or a demo, contact your local Keysight representative at www.keysight.com/find/contact us. You can also find the datasheet or get a quote from the 3000T webpage. Thanks for watching.